Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with a really cool update on version 9. This is IR head tracking. Now, I don't know how many of you out there have IR head tracking, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to lean into the camera so you can kind of see the device. I've got this attached device on my headset right here. You can see there's like 3 little lights on it. And this is hooked on to my headset right there, and then there's a device on my monitor right here. Let's see if we can't get this to we got a little device on my monitor right there. That is actually what listens for or looks for the infrared signal that is on my headset. Is that a good spot for my camera? Yeah, I guess so. And so you could see that, and then when I look down, hands free, right? I'm looking right, I'm looking left. You can see what's going on the screen. I can look up, I can look straight up, and I'm still kind of angling my eyes down to the monitor so I can see what's going on. But if I was to want to turn completely around and look 180 degrees, I would still be able to see my monitor because the percentages are a little bit different. That's about as far as I'm going with my neck anyway, right? Okay, it's great. Now let's go to a third person view. I don't know if we can do that. There we go. Whoa. Everything moves a little bit to here. Let's F12 it. F12. F12 is supposed to center your view. Whoa, that's just way too sensitive when it comes to third person. Interesting. Third person. Okay, let's go back to first person. That was a little confusing. But not only does it track your head up, down, left, right, but it also tracks your head side to side movement. So if I wanted to, like, let's say, had a gun and I wanted to lean around a building, I could do that, right? I could. Let me show you a little bit of that. I'm still using my mouse and my keyboard to move. But while I'm moving, I can look to the right, look to the left, right? I can look around. This is me looking and checking things out. Okay, now let's say, can I crouch? I don't know if I can stand up or if I can crouch. It'd be really hard for me to crouch, but I can. I'm in my chest. Okay, so my view changes, but my avatar doesn't look like he changes. I'm trying to get up to like a wall. Ah, there's a good thing. Okay, so let's say I was taking cover behind this crate, right? And I had my gun in my right hand, maybe a pistol. I could go lean and shoot, right? And then I could lean back into cover. I could lean out and fire, and I could shoot, right? I could lean and shoot, right? If I had, maybe I could do this even. Okay. There we go. Lean, pow, right? And then come over here and try to shoot over there. So you can use that tactical advantage, first person, you know. You can, now let's go when we fly. I'm just going to free flight this and see what I can do with a free flight. Look at my hangar. You can actually see it still in the background moving. That's cool. Drone sim, yeah, we're just gonna do free flight, just to kind of show you. Now I don't have any joystick or anything hooked up. I do have my mouse and my keyboard. Okay, this is now here comes the tutorial part. you can't just take your track IR, plug it in, and have it work. It doesn't work that way. What you have to do is have your track IR software running, then bring up and you got to do it in these steps. Track IR software running, identifying your track IR, having it good to go. You can even test it on your Windows. And then bring up the game you want it to identify, like Star Citizen. So you have to bring up the game, then tab out, go back to your track IR, and hit update game. And when it does that, it identifies the game that's currently running, and it tells track IR to use
all systems online.
To use track IR when it's when that game's played. Okay, so I throttled up. Let me throttle back down. Kind of just sit here, let my speed go away. There we go. Now, if hypothetically, let's say I'm not using my mouse, right? Let's say I was using my track IR. What I would do is get into a comfortable head spot, hit F12, that'll center. Now I can look. Let's see if I can do it. Wrong goes. Okay, the guns don't go up very high, do they? They go left and right. Pivot. Okay, so now let's say you were flying, right? You were doing your little cruising along near the asteroids, but you wanted to see what was going on. You could do it. So track IR is definitely working in Star Citizen. Okay, I might need some bigger glasses so that when I'm looking down, it's still trying to fly by. Yeah, so I have to be careful. Now, if I'm using the joystick and not the mouse, well, I bet you this will still pull me off to the side. I don't know, it's not now. But when I move the mouse over there, it flies. But if I leave the mouse alone and I look, it automatically doesn't pull me off to the side. The mouse does. So I can still look to the right and fly left using the mouse up and down, and then I can look around while I'm flying. This is pretty awesome, actually. Okay, so the guns are trying to converge, but they just don't have full convergence. They only have full convergence in about the front view screen. Okay. So what I could do is I can look down to see what my hands are doing. Throttling back, throttling forward. Nice, nice. That looks good. That looks good. Joystick. Look at that. Up and down, left and right. Nice. I could just check out to see what's going on around me. This would even be much better in a, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot I could not only turn left to right, not only look up and down, and not only lean, which to me that is pretty cool right there, leaning, but you can also tilt. Not that you'd want to do that, but let's say you were just trying to see something, like I'm trying to get around. See that little angle, you know, exactly. So now I'm looking over at my broadcasting software over here just to check it out. Looking at my left monitor right there. See, so now if I had this in 5700 Splendor, I could check stuff out all the way on my third monitors, you know.
You are approaching simulation boundary.
Then we should probably turn the other direction. Okay. I don't know why these things aren't on my radar. See, I think they should be. I think asteroids should be on my radar too anyway. Anyway, the big ones anyway, right? And I'm going super slow, like 16, you know, that's okay. So, looks like Track IR is here, and I'm gonna have to use it in my next Arena Commander game. I've used it in MechWarrior Online a little bit. It throws me off a lot because I'll be looking over there and my guns will be pointing over here or something, and it's crazy. But in Arena Commander, I think it'll be good. I think as a flight sim, you need to have spatial awareness. You need to be able to see all around you. You know, be able to see what you're about to hit or where your opponents are at. Okay, so I stopped telling you exactly how to get this set up. The way you do it is you get. Here we go, let's do this. Okay, let's back up. Let me say this. You start the Track IR software. Then you start the Star Citizen game. You hit on the Track IR software. You hit update programs. It identifies Star Citizen. Then you log out of Star Citizen. You have to bring it all the way down. And then when you bring Star Citizen back up, you will have Track IR support. So that's how that works. All right, and I'll see you in the verse, even if you're on my sides. What does that say? What does that say? It's Naval Aerospace. See, and you can like zoom in by leaning forward. Okay, now somebody was saying, okay, let me do this. Third person in the ship, that your head would actually pop out of the ship. What the heck is going on here? Interesting. Learning something. There you go. Now, it doesn't look like my avatar is moving at all. Yeah, no matter which way I turn, the avatar doesn't look like he's moving. So his head's not popping out of the cockpit or anything. But this is really cool. I can examine my ship. Lean in. Okay, I must be facing the other way or something. All right. Well, that's enough of that, and I will catch you in the verse.